Now,
All right.
in three, here we are. Truth or Husband, the podcast returns.
Yes. You may notice we're in a different
We
atmosphere.
have a different backdrop. It's
That's because the people said that the first one sucked.
Well, I mean,
No,
they were a little
that's
more
what they said.
gentle about it, but yeah, I mean,
So,
for the most part, that's what they said. It's not that it sucks; it's just that obviously there's a good point of you want to have some dimension to
well,
your
in all
setting. And
honesty, I thought it sucked too.
well, no, I mean, listen, we were working with what we had, but
Yeah,
now we're doing the same thing, and we're going to make it work,
we're gonna make it work.
and that's how we roll.
That's how we
We
roll.
make it work. One day, and I'm going to speak this right now. One day, we're going to have a full studio
Yes.
where like
Yes.
it's going to be where we can go in
Yes.
with nothing to worry about, no distractions. So quick thing. We are actually in our home,
Yes.
and this is our part of our living room, and
So pray for us right now. Just say
so
a prayer.
we're going to do the best we can to get through this. You may on occasion hear a woof woof.
Just ignore it.
Just ignore
That's
it.
what we do.
We will do the best we can to try and keep it out of the sound, but it just gives it, I think, more of a realistic feel because this is what we are. We're about real talk.
Real
That's kind of
talk.
the whole point here. But welcome to Truth or Husband.
I'm
Uh,
Erin.
I am Chris, and
We
we
are Chris and Aaron.
we are Chris and Aaron.
It's really Aaron plus one.
Yeah, actually, we're actually thinking about a brand shift, and we're thinking that we're going to do it as Aaron plus
I
one.
might be dumping Chris
So
very soon.
there might be a dump occurring because I'm going to go one
He's
direction.
gonna go one, and I'm gonna go
She's going to go,
another.
but we're still going to stay together, and
Yeah,
we'll still make the content. But we've talked about it because I mean, in all, serious, to be totally serious, on social media, women tend to be more of the predominant
yeah,
figures. I mean,
it is, and it's like
so
I said to Chris yesterday, and we've talked about it before. It's weird, right? Because our name is Life with Chris and Aaron,
yeah,
but then it shows up as Chris McNally. And so when I'm writing things to other influencers on Instagram, especially, and I'm
if they're
saying
women.
something like, holy shit, you're so hot, it looks like it's Chris.
It could come across,
And
and so you have to make sure you put, but this is Aaron.
so I usually do like
Yeah.
hashtag Aaron, but I just recently started that. And so I started thinking like in a panic state, like how many times did people think that piece of shit? And it was always me, right?
Do you want the husband answer? Or you want the truth?
Speaking of, let's jump in.
Let's jump
Let's
in.
jump in.
Let's jump in.
But before we do, always, as we always say, like, subscribe, comment, share, all the things. If
Yep.
you feel that this adds value to your life, if you find it humorous, insightful, inspiring, even if you hate it, just share. Like,
Please.
share all the things.
Yep.
And know that we really appreciate that. We're super excited about this particular project that we have because, like he said, I think a lot of times in life when you're obsessive about something, and I actually just read a quote about it yesterday, which was, if you can't stop thinking about it, never quit till you get it. And I really believe with Chris, especially his obsessiveness about the podcast, about the accuracy, about all of it, it's admiring. And I think I
It's an
love that
unusual trait for me, isn't
it
it?
is. But I love that because
Yeah.
as a person that's pretty much obsessive about everything,
Right.
it's nice for you to just fucking obsess about something.
Yeah.
So
It's true. I mean,
I feel like we need to go there.
and
It's almost like it's a prophetic,
it
like,
could be because I mean, I'm not typically, yeah, I mean, usually I'm just like, it's as good as that's good enough. Like
it
I'm,
also could be because he has a shit ton of words. And if I don't, like, people are like, why you always cut him off? And I'm like, because you don't understand. If I didn't, the motherfucker would talk.
you hand me a microphone and you just better be prepared.
I walk around the house sometimes and I hear him talking, and then I realize he's in the fucking bathroom making videos to himself.
Yes.
Like he loves it. And so if you do hear me cut him off, no, I'm not rude. Yes, I respect what he says. I just
So
know.
normally the relationship is I'm the one who's like the timekeeper. I'm trying to like manage and all that. When we get into this setting, the ironically the roles flip, and that's what makes it funny.
Right. So we're gonna
So
start truth or husband.
yeah, let's start.
Okay.
Oh, are we going to announce? Is there a theme for
Oh
this?
yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. We forgot that. Duh. Um, we both have ADHD,
Mhm.
so there is that. We are doing this episode on love, hence
Mm.
the pink roses. And it is because Chris and I are going to have a very special day on Friday, which is Valentine's Day. Normally, we don't make a big foo-foo, boo-boo, whatever
Yeah.
deal about it because we really believe in showing each other that we love each other throughout the year, throughout the time. Like we're good about that. However, this is a monumental occasion for us because this will be our 20th Valentine's Day together. And we celebrate 20 years of marriage in July. So this year is kind of like all about celebrating every single month. We're trying to do something special for each other. And so we really wanted to do this podcast today to kind of like mark for us, hey, this is 20 Valentine's days together. This is 20 years of madly, and I mean madly, passionately, deeply, psychotically, forcefully, dysfunctionally,
Psychologically.
all the things, in love with each other. So, this episode is going to be all around love and V Day.
Hmm.
The V. It's all about the V.
And guys, you know, it's all about the V.
It's all about the V. All right. So,
That's my ASMR.
oh, yeah.
Okay. Are you
Okay.
ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go with the love topic, truth or husband.
Okay. Okay. So my first question for you, babe, is with it being Valentine's Day on Friday, what would you love as a present from me?
Do you want the husband answer or do you want the truth?
Guys, I'm a really not good present giver. I was really good in the beginning, but I think like Chris Rock said, my representative got the best of me and now I'm kind of lazy, so I'm nervous. I'll take the
But you're
husband answer.
honest.
I am honest, but I'll take the husband answer. What would you like from me for Valentine's Day? What's a good question or a good gift a wife could give a husband for Valentine's Day?
Just I would say just being totally present and being accepting of him and kind. And also, I would say lowering lowering expectations, or not lowering expectations as much as just letting him kind of, you know, do what he thinks is romantic, and you know.
So you want to like from me anyway,
Mhm.
but also you think other husbands would feel the same way. You want me to receive what you give for me with just like open arms. Don't criticize it, don't scrutinize it, just embrace it and
Mhm.
be grateful because it came from you.
Correct.
And that's the husband answer.
Yes, that's the husband answer.
That's the husband answer.
That's the husband answer.
Okay, so then what is the truth?
Any and all man only will accept your mouth
Oh gosh.
and
Oh
a
gosh.
lovely blowjob.
Oh gosh.
It is the perfect V-Day present. That you cannot go wrong,
Oh, I
ladies.
hope those kids have the
You cannot
earmuffs
go
on.
wrong.
Okay.
You cannot go wrong. It is, or there's also, I'm going to give a shout out. There is an amazing toy
Oh,
out there
okay.
that, ladies, so for those of you who maybe have trouble with that, because obviously, you know, it's a job. It's called a job for a reason. I'm going to quote Samantha
Oh
from Sex
my
and the City.
gosh.
It's called a job for a reason.
Oh my gosh.
But what I will say is that there is this toy by a company called Belaruska, and it is boy, it is
Oh my
just,
gosh.
it is a dream
Please,
come
God, don't
true
let our children be
for
listening.
men. So I would say, ladies, listen, if you're wondering what to get him, then you can perform it
Oh,
anytime
oh,
with very little work, because the toy will take care of it for you. Just saying.
All right. But if you're anything like me, you won't like it because you get pissed off because I did. But anyway,
Anyway, but see,
that's a true story.
that's a
Like
true
I
story.
legit
So
got jealous of it.
she
But
did.
anyway,
She did. So we actually, for a long time, we had a no toy rule. But we've changed that now. But there was a time, and here's what's funny. She bought it for me.
okay.
This was years ago.
Okay. All right.
But
So
anyway, I
that
digress.
that being said, that being said,
That being said,
I need you to close your eyes.
okay.
Yeah, close your eyes. Close.
I got them. They're closed. You did something. I know you did something.
I did. I
You
did
did it.
do something.
You did it
I
something.
did. I do.
I certainly
I
hope
mean,
not.
it's not like
You
I
didn't do
haven't.
in a bag, did you?
It's
Because I hear a
it's
crumpling
not
bag.
like I haven't done that before.
Yeah, well, we don't need to discuss that right now.
So I thought it would be really appropriate to give you your Valentine's Day present right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it would surprise you.
Okay.
So, do you want me to unveil it and then hand it to you, or do you want to do that? And I
Um,
guess with your eyes closed, here's my next question for you
okay.
before you get your present.
Okay.
Eyes closed.
Okay.
Do you think after 20 years of love, I can still surprise you?
Well, I'm not even going to go with husband or truth because with the number of personalities you have, absolutely. So, yeah, the husband and truth answer there is the
Are the
same.
same?
Yeah, you can after 20 years, you're the only but see, here's what's funny. I always say nothing surprises me, but there is only one person in this world that can always surprise me, and that's you.
So you think this present's going to surprise you?
Most likely, yes.
I feel like sometimes in our relationship, you're like Vince Vaughn and you hear from the Wedding Crashers,
Hmm.
I'll find you.
Well, we did do that once.
Isla Fisher, like,
Yes.
I got to give it out for her
Yep.
because I've always thought she's not only spectacularly gifted, but
Yeah.
hot and probably somewhat psychotic,
Hmm.
hot
Psychological.
because she played such a good character.
She did. It was such a great
But
part.
anyway, okay. So do you want me to unveil it and then hand it to you, or do you want to unveil it?
I think I'll unveil it
Okay.
and
All
then
right, I'm gonna put it in your hands.
okay.
Oh, I'm so excited to see this.
Okay. Sometimes I regret the things that she buys
I
me.
can't wait for this one.
Oh, I have a feeling.
What's your feeling?
Hmm. I have a feeling that this is going to benefit both of us.
Okay.
That's just a thought. If it's what, so here's the thing. If it's what I'm thinking it is, it's going to be a dual pleasure item. But then again, I don't know. So I guess we'll find out. So I guess the question is, can I see through this or is it
Yes.
okay? So I guess I need to unwrap it first and then open my eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
You do that.
All right.
Good ASMR.
It is. It's always good for that. Oh, guys, can you hear it? Can you hear the great light?
Oh my God, it's so much better than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, I can guess I know what this is. I will guarantee that I am going to be sleeping on Erin. Yes, that's what I thought. I'm going to sleep with Erin now in more ways than one.
But see, honey, that's why I got it for you.
I know.
So whenever you want it and I'm not in the mood,
Listen, watch this. Okay. Watch this. Instant vagina. Instant vagina. And it'll be Erin. And guess what? If I want to come all over her, I can. And she won't have to worry about cleaning up.
shout out the company, but I can't even remember.
So, and this is great because watch. So now I can envision whatever fantasy I want, whenever I want, and we're good.
I need to take it back. But the funniest thing is,
But look at no, but one thing. Look at how hot she is. Look at this hot piece of ass that I am married to. Look at that. Look at this outfit. Look at this. This photo was done. This is a boudoir photo. She is such a goddess. Oh my God, she's hot.
do you know the sentiment behind that though?
Um,
I'm dying over here.
the sentiment.
You took that picture.
I did.
You
This is
did.
the one I took.
And that's why I picked it.
Oh, I love that.
Because I remember
Yeah.
that you were taking behind the scenes
Right.
photos
Right.
during the shoot.
Yeah.
And I actually like that better than
Than the other.
don't crinkle her. It looks like cellulite.
Oh
But I
my God, are you
remember,
serious?
yeah, but I remember thinking that like it blows my mind that you take the best pictures of me. And it's
Mhm.
I think sometimes it's because of the way that you see me. And I recently saw a video. It was a reel, and I thought I'm gonna recreate it.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna recreate it. I'm kind of giving you a spoiler alert, but it's a woman, and the husband is in the picture, and it says, and she's doing something,
Mhm.
and the text says, I didn't need anybody else because he was always my biggest fan.
Well, until the
And
day
that's how you I know I'm gonna cry,
I know, but
that's
until
how
the
you
day I die, I will always be your biggest fan.
and and now you have two of
And
me.
now I have two of you.
So okay,
Anyway.
I have a question for you now.
Okay.
And this isn't like a broad, but yeah, it is.
Okay.
So, on the gift of giving
Mhm.
and gifts,
Mhm.
right? Do husbands fake being surprised by the gifts they get from their wives? And are you faking being surprised by this right now?
No. Now, I'm not I am completely surprised because this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
So this completely surprised me. Um, I have seen these on the internet, but I did not think that that's what you got. So,
So how surprised are you?
I'm completely surprised. Like this is not what I would have guessed
Can
at
I
all.
hold her?
Yes, you can hold yourself.
Okay.
If you want to, if you want to stroke it like I was stroking. But
We've been through a lot.
anyway, I'm sure that was very hard for you
Ooh,
to hide too.
this is
It
nice.
is nice. It's very soft.
And I'm really tan.
You are very tan.
Damn. It's almost like I'm not I'm not the right color. But okay. Anyway,
So I think, well, I don't know.
okay, so do husbands do that?
So, so I recently did some research about faking orgasms, and I think that the statistics probably tie together pretty good. Um, Men, I'm sure, will fake being surprised at times, but women tend to be much more creative in their gift giving and in the things they do. Men are more predictable, just from a simple biological perspective. Men tend to be more habitual, I am, with gifts and things like that, and we've talked about it. But so I think men will tend to be surprised more than women because women are better at creating things that men aren't expecting. That's what I think. And I think that's one of the things that maybe so a man may not like getting a gift and that may not feel like make him feel loved. But let's say that if a woman wanted to surprise him, then him coming home on Valentine's Day or any day, if he comes home and this is a great one, and she's standing in the kitchen naked, making dinner or something.
I feel like I've done that.
You have done that before. So that is going to be the type of surprise that there was no cost involved,
Right.
but it's a gift
Right.
and it's a
And I
surprise.
also think in a lot of ways, not only is it a gift, right, but it's a demonstration of trust
Hmm.
and kind of like, and I, ladies, when I say this, don't be like, oh my gosh, but like surrender. It's like it's a surrender, it's a trust, it's a I I see you, I
Mhm.
acknowledge you, and
And you're important to me.
you're important to me, and I want you to know that. And this is why maybe even with me, like sometimes when I do those things, I'm like, oh, this is so weird and uncomfortable. But I do it because I know that my discomfort doesn't trump my desire to show you I love you.
Mhm. Yeah. And I think, and also with men, I think that's the token of the same way is that when men, so here's an example. If a woman wants to go dancing and dancing makes a man uncomfortable, him taking her on a dancing date lesson is a great demonstration of exactly what you just said
Yeah.
in a different way. Because, and I'm sure there are women out there, but I don't necessarily think that women want to come home from work and see their man sitting in the kitchen naked cooking. I'm not sure if that's going to appeal to them the same way that it would appeal to a man. I'm not saying all women, but I feel like the percentage has probably shifted a bit. Would they love to come home and see him cooking dinner? Yes. Doing it naked, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe like an apron and some heels.
Yeah, I mean maybe something like that, just to wear to wear the heels would show I'm willing to take the pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. So,
All right. Well, do you want to ask me a question?
okay.
I mean, are we done? Do you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, we can be done. Or I mean I can ask you a love.
I feel like we
I can
need to
I can ask you a love
I
question.
feel like we need to wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. Well, I'll
Yes.
ask you a love question since it's the topic is love and you're a love master.
Hmm. Okay.
She used to do matchmaking, just so you guys know.
I did. I did.
One of her many careers.
But I did quit that job because I felt like it was bullshit. But anyway, I loved doing the job.
She's very good at it, but it was different,
Long
different
story.
times. Anyway, okay, so let me think. I'm just going to think of a love question. So from from a woman's perspective, what what should Valentine's Day look like for you?
Oh, you know, I always think when people talk about love in general and like, what does the woman want? What does the man want? I always think of Pretty Woman. And I always think of her at the end
Hmm.
wanting the whole damn fairy tale.
Yep.
And I know as a little girl, before I went into my like hating guy phase. But before that, when I was a little girl, I always dreamed of like the prince,
Hmm.
the guy who was going to rescue me. But he wasn't just going to rescue me, he was going to pamper me. But he wasn't just going to pamper me. He was going to rescue me. He was going to pamper me. He was going to adore me. He was going to challenge me. So, like, the whole package. And so, I think when I think about Valentine's Day, I think about um, like a fairy tale. I think a room full of like candles and roses and chocolate and just being treated like the princess that I want to be made to feel like by my partner.
Got it.
So I can't say that all women are like that. Some women may think it's bullshit and
Hmm.
cheesy, but maybe they just haven't really tapped into their femininity. Um, you know, I'm the type of person that I'm funny because I'm so oxymoronic and I sometimes don't really need a present.
Mm.
And, I love gifts that are made for me. I've
Right.
told you before, some of the best gifts I've ever been given have been presents that were made.
Hmm.
But I, you know, there's certain days, it's just like with Mother's Day, even though I'm intentional about spending time with the kids
Hmm.
every day. Like I'm crazy about spending time with the kids on Mother's Day. I like it to be like Ultimately, I think it's probably just the acknowledgement of the celebration of our love.
Hmm.
And I feel like I do like the grand gestures. So that's
Mm.
my story and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. Well,
But I
and
didn't ask, do you want the wife answer or the truth?
no. Well, because
So
I don't really
I
think.
feel like that's the truth.
Well,
Do you want the wife
well,
answer?
I mean, we kind of addressed that. Sure, if you want to give, I mean, but if you want to give the wife answer, that's fine. I think that it's
The
what's the
wife
word?
answer is however I can serve you, dear.
That's God, I can't even keep a straight face. Um. Anyway.
Any way you want me to serve you,
Mm,
service you,
mm,
and
okay.
show you that you're my mighty, mighty king.
Naked on all fours.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that, baby. I can do that, baby.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
You ready to say goodbye?
Yeah, we can sign off. This has actually been so I'm glad she brought in the surprise because that really added a flavor to it that I didn't know was going to come out.
Maybe
So
she'll come to all of them.
I
And
mean,
we could
listen,
even like mascot
we
her.
could get her maybe we could get her like a little chair and
Yeah.
we could like sit her in the middle.
Like she could be our mascot.
Yeah. She could be like the muse.
Yeah. Here
She
we
could be
go.
the muse, the
There she goes,
inspiration.
right
Yep.
there.
There we go. Or there we go. Perfect because her head's right here. Perfect.
All the vile things I believe you're gonna do to her. Anyway, listen, in all
Don't
seriousness,
worry, you're
guys,
never going to see it. So
um,
that's the best part.
we just want to wish
Yep.
everybody here a happy Valentine's Day. We
Yes.
hope that you celebrate love, and we hope that Chris and I can be an example for you of imperfectly perfect love or perfectly imperfect.
Uh,
However it
yeah.
goes, we hope that you've followed us long enough to know that it hasn't always been like this. We've definitely struggled. We've worked to be where we are. We really want this podcast to do that for you. We want to inspire you and entertain you by talking about really just marriage like in a real way after 20 years.
Yeah.
And you can still be hot and heavy 20 years in.
But
Takes work.
it's just like being fit.
Yeah.
It's not something that you stop doing and it stays the same. You the whether and it's same thing with anything, finance, anything, it's gotta be
Follow, like, subscribe, all the things. We are so grateful for you. We're so grateful for this community. We're so grateful for all of our social media family. And we just and we honestly just can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah.
So we love you and just have an amazing day of love.
Yep. Have a great bye guys.
Deuces? Are we
Deuce.
deuces or no?
Well, let's do pound.
Pound. I like pound because
Pound.
pound